Thomas Jefferson wrote that all men are created equal in 1776. Cyrus the Great wrote it in clay in 539 BCE. Jefferson's document created a nation. Cyrus's document predated it by 2,315 years. The Cyrus Cylinder sits in the British Museum. It is a small baked clay barrel covered in Akkadian cuneiform script, commissioned by the Persian emperor Cyrus the Great after his conquest of Babylon in 539 BCE. It declares that he freed slaves, restored displaced peoples to their homelands, allowed conquered populations to practice their own religions, and prohibited forced labor throughout his empire. Scholars debate the precise scope of its claims. What they do not debate is what it represents. The earliest known document in human history to articulate the principle that a ruler's power carries obligations toward the ruled. Jefferson read the ancient sources. He was familiar with the classical accounts of Cyrus. Xenophon's Cyropedia, which portrayed the Persian king as the ideal philosopher-ruler, was one of the most widely read political texts among the American founders. The intellectual lineage between ancient Persian governance philosophy and Enlightenment political theory is not speculation. It is documented in the libraries of the men who wrote the Declaration. The uncomfortable comparison runs deeper than historical influence. Jefferson wrote that all men are created equal while personally enslaving over 600 people across his lifetime. Cyrus freed the enslaved populations of Babylon as his first act of governance. The man writing the most celebrated declaration of human freedom in modern history owned human beings. The ancient Persian king his intellectual tradition drew from had abolished slavery in a conquered territory 2,300 years earlier. The Cyrus Cylinder is not a perfect document. Historians debate its political motivations, its actual implementation, its scope of application. Every human rights document in history has its contradictions. But the oldest one was written in clay by a Persian king, and the most famous one was written in ink by a man who owned people while writing it. History is rarely the clean story anyone prefers.